we're still talking about this triangle, and so in the metal world, the metallurgy world, we have these, or in the alchemical allegory, we have salt, sulfur, and mercury. There are components. Well, the metaphysical aspect of this would be the body, soul, spirit triangle. We've talked about two hemispheres and the diencephalon as a triangle, the waking, sleeping state, and the third term of hypnagogia. And all of these have a really real-world component in biology, which is one of the things that we found in Magical Egypt as a result of our artistic deconstruction, that there's some actual biological, biometric science that's being communicated in the artwork. And in particular, the kind of archetypal triad, or the bedrock of biology when it comes to alchemical triangles, is this Vedantic idea. You have a Ida channel, a Pingala channel, and a Sushumna channel. And what I didn't know until we looked at Gary's research in episode 3, I believe, is that the Ida connects to the pineal gland. Each of the nadis, they call them, the channels, the nadi channels, have termination points in the brain. And so the Ida connects to the pineal gland, the Pingala connects to the pituitary gland, and the Sushumna up the center connects to the thalamus. And that threefold mechanism in the brain that most people reduce to just the pineal gland, but is actually this trifecta, or this triad of pineal, pituitary, and thalamus. And in the old occult books, very hard to find books nowadays that actually give you this specific meat about the point of Kundalini and Tantra and meditation, is to activate these higher brain centers that come online or don't come online depending on how much you've developed these areas in your mind. So there are these physical practices. We talked to Brad Clausen about semen retention and some of the Eastern ideas of using your body as a chemical alembic. But there are also very specific meditations and dietary things and exercise things you do ostensibly, apparently, to increase the magnetic fields around these parts of your brain and allow them. Anyway, the whole tradition of the third eye, which is a great way to get eyes rolling, get an academic's eyes rolling back in his head, is to start talking about the third eye. But as artists, it's a very legitimate pursuit for us to understand this inner theater that we have, and the eye that's singular and inside of us is not something that's contestable or ridiculous. It's our stock in trade. Artists and musicians and creatives of all sorts, absolutely familiar with this structure that you build in yourself. That's this inner projector that is the source of creativity and the source of really the source of everything important about human psyche.
Yeah, I suppose you could say it's the organ of perception of the imaginal world. Yeah, very much.
Wow, the organ of perception of the imaginal world. That's great.
And we can roll our third eye back at the academics.
I'm rolling my bloodshot third eye at you.